Welcome to Sports Talk. I'm Ed Gottwals along with Colin Stevens. We're just 2 days away now from the start of the football season, and you can really feel the excitement building. I know the football players are probably just tired of practice. They want to get out there and play a game. But at the same time, we're tired of writing about it. We'd like to go out and watch a game, so we're almost there. Of course, the first game that everybody's going to be talking about this week is Chambersburg at Greencastle, for good reasons. It's developed into a really good rivalry in 2 years. So my question to you is, what do you think the chances are that this year's game is going to have the same entertainment value, say, as last year's?
That's going to be hard to replicate just because it came down to a one-point game, missed kick at the end that was so close, and high-scoring game also.
Yeah, 43-42. You can't get much more scoring involved in a game than that.
Yeah, so I don't think it's going to be quite as exciting, quite as close, but it should still be a very good game.
Yeah, of course, we thought the same thing last year at this time, because the year before had come down to a field goal that Greencastle won on. So I don't know. There's definitely a trend here, I think. I guess the thing about this year's game is I think Chambersburg is favored by most people. They've got a lot more kids coming back, and Greencastle's sort of reloading a little bit, especially at the skill positions. I still think it's going to be a good game, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do too.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be a good game, but I think the Trojans do have the advantage because, like you said, they're returning players, and especially since it's the first game of the season, Jamal Pickett is still fresh, Jordan Brown's still fresh. All those guys along the line, I think they'll, it won't be perfect, but they'll be able to do enough to spring those running backs for some big gains, and I think Chambersburg they'll be ahead at the end of the game.
I think Chambersburg's going to score. I just think Greencastle's going to need to score a few touchdowns to stay in it. But let's hope for a good game. I think it will be. One thing to note, I saw an email today from Greencastle AD Vicky Ritchie. There's no parking in the fields this year, so you're going to be parking on the streets and so forth. Gates open at 6, so I'd suggest you get there early.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's move on to the other games this week. These are all season openers, of course. We have Shippensburg at Central Dauphin East at 7. James Buchanan's at Biggerville at 7, and East Pennsburg's at Waynesboro at 7:30. I look at the Ship game first. I think that's an interesting choice for Shippensburg to open against a Mid-Penn Commonwealth opponent. They've got high hopes again this year, and this will tell them a lot.
Yeah, definitely. CD East, when they played Chambersburg last year, it was a blowout. So I definitely think also interesting choice for the first game of the season, but maybe playing really good competition is going to set them up for the rest of the season, and already facing one of the top competitors, that they'll know where they're at really quickly.
Now, CD East lost a lot of their skill players, but their coach George Chomp is one of the best around, so it'll be a chess match here, I think. JB against Biggerville, JB's starting completely over again. Kind of hard to know what they're going to be like. Biggerville's been kind of a 500 type squad here, so at least the Rockets have a chance here the first week.
Yeah, but I do think that first game, new system, it's going to be a huge adjustment, and I can't see the Rockets coming out with the victory, the first victory of the season. Don't know if they'll have too many this year, but I don't think this week will be one of them.
Okay. And the final game, we got East Pennsboro at Waynesboro. We have 2 offensive studs one for each team. We got, I don't know the quarterback's name, but the East Pennsboro quarterback is really good. He's a Syracuse recruit. And then on the other hand, you have Waynesboro's Johnny Adgers at running back. I'm thinking there's going to be some yards gained by both of those guys.
Definitely. I think Johnny Adgers is going to be the key to that game if Waynesboro wants a chance. Sounds like they have a young quarterback in there, so you don't want him to be passing the ball too often. Don't want to put this game in his hands. It's going to come down to the line and Johnny Adgers. And they showed that they could do that last year. They could run the ball, spring them for big gains. So if they can do that again, they've definitely got a chance in this one.
I think Waynesboro really thinks they've got a shot to be at least 500 this year, so it could be interesting. It's been a while since they've had that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
So, okay, thanks for joining us, and enjoy the games. We'll see you next week.